Good morning. This is Kathy from Truth Cures, and I'm sitting on my porch this morning feeling pretty bad because I feel like I let a lot of people down by a mistake that I made today. I had hoped to be speaking at the Tick-Borne Disease Working Group session. I had signed up and I was listed to be number 4 on the speaking agenda. So I got my email saying that yes, it was going on and you should call in at 10 o'clock. Nowhere did it say 10 o'clock Eastern time. And I know I should have figured that out. I figured it out before, but it's simply, I didn't do it. So as I called in at 10 o'clock this morning, Central Time, I found out that section was all the way over with and I was not able to participate. I feel especially bad because this is the second time in a row that I've not been able to do that. I had hoped to talk at the last one, which was held in DC. I was too sick to attend that one. So I was going to make sure that if selected, I would be able to talk this morning. And for whatever reason, got that goofed up as well. So I was not able to give my little 3-minute speech that I had prepared. So I'm just, like I said, sitting out here and just kind of bummed, trying to figure out a way to put a positive spin on this. One thought is maybe this happened for a reason. The second one is, well, I'm just going to record it anyway, and anybody that wants to watch it, I think probably more people pay attention in Lyme land than they certainly do at the Tick-Borne Disease Working Group, so maybe people will actually listen to this one. I've noticed in previous ones that as patients are talking, the committee members are talking to each other and sliding each other notes and doing all kinds of things and not really paying attention to what we have to say, which was a little bit disappointing. And then I figured probably those 3 minutes allotted to me, I was not going to change the world. Reality is probably not, so I've come to terms with that. I sure wish I could, but we all know that that's not going to happen. So as I said before, I just decided I think I'm just going to try my best to just record this and put it out to you. Unfortunately, this is about my 4th time of trying. The last one I had all good, except instead of calling it the Tick-Borne Disease Working Group, I think I had a Freudian slip and I called it the Truth-Borne Disease Working Group. So that's why I'm doing this for the 5th time right now. So wish me luck. Here I go. Good morning. My name is Kathy Nodoff and I'm a member of the Truth Cures team. I have been following the progress of this Tick-Borne Working Group very carefully for my own personal interest and on the advice of several U.S. senators. Regretfully, I have been very disappointed but not surprised at all of what I have witnessed thus far. Our biggest concern is that there actually is a committee on vaccines. That's horrifying. And that Pat Smith is good with that committee. No one to this day is admitting that the new Valneva vaccine has PAM3 cis on it, making it an endotoxin. There never has been a successful fungal vaccine on the market, not even for TB. The BCG failed. And that HHS has never admitted that OspA or the OSPs or the VIMPs are triacylated lipoproteins. Martin and Marquez reported that these turn off the immune system and cause chronic brain inflammation. If these facts are never addressed, how can anybody even talk about antibody testing or biomarkers? There is no one qualified to be on this Tick-Borne Disease Working Group if they don't know the structure/activity of OspA or the other OSPs. I would like to draw attention to a few other things that upset me. We don't want testing that only shows the 15% with an arthritic knee. We don't want another fake vaccine that harms people. We don't want a working group that has been co-opted by the informal working group that Ben Beard has mentioned that met several years prior to this one starting. To me, this translates into secret work being done by federal employees to predetermine the direction of this whole committee. We don't want to be told we need psychiatric help by doctors who believe the lies about this disease. We don't want money to be wasted on research that is not based on the true definition of the disease, which is immunosuppression. The co-opting of our B cells, causing us to suffer from post-sepsis syndrome. We don't want the sickest of the sick to be ignored any longer. We don't want the victims who can't afford the high cost of Lyme-literate doctors to be tossed to the side and lose their jobs, houses, friends, dignity, and ultimately their lives. We want to be allowed to see all of our tests results. After all, it's about us, the patients. I was horrified to see a vote that's denied us access to our Western blot, all of our Western blot bands of testing. We are only allowed to see certain bands. I would like to share a streamlined solution to our problem written by one of my colleagues, Bo, who many of you know. This is pretty simple. Follow the script and get us some answers. Number 1, throw out the 1994 case definition that was created to fraudulently qualify Lymerix, the same vaccine that was pulled off the market for the terrible side effects, namely giving people the same exact symptoms as Lyme disease. Number 2, develop a flagellant test similar to Yale's patent 5618533.3. Find treatments for Lyme, which is essentially post-sepsis, possibly from our oncology. There are so many PubMed articles to back this up. And in conclusion, I would just like to say that the truth will cure if you allow the truth to be heard. Thank you. So, that's it. I think we have to not let down. I think we need, in fact, I heard them talking this morning about, well, maybe all these people that are sending comments to HHS. In fact, I'm going to send this as a written comment now. And people that are concerned about what's going on, that's probably going to slow down pretty soon. They're not really going to care about this anymore. That's what they're counting on. Few people said no, they don't think it's going to slow down. We have to make sure it does not slow down. So we need to keep the pressure on. We need to follow everything that's going on in this group. And we need to be heard. Ultimately, nothing will happen until we revolt. Our dream still is that we occupy the Department of Justice and ask for the legal trials that need to happen to be done. These criminals need to be prosecuted. So that still is our final hope. Anyway, thanks for listening. I apologize once again, but I'm okay with it now. And I'm moving on to my next venture, wherever that may take me. And I hope to talk to you again soon. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. See you later. Love to all. Bye.